Okay, we on? Camera on? Alright, we going live, baby. It's been a minute since I've been live, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, real conversation, let's talk, man. You know what I mean? Just got done cooking on the grill. You know? Wife wanted me to cook on the grill, so I went out and got it in. Sipping on Millie Corona. Hey, for everybody that don't know, shout out to my homeboy O, man. Shout out to my brother O, man. We finna get ready to start this podcast. Well, they already got the podcast up and running. It's called Bars. I'm gonna put it on my page, man. So everybody that rock with me, rock with the ghetto poetry, rock with the content, rock with everything that we talking about, y'all get ready to vibe with it, man. We gonna take it into another lane, another level. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be via YouTubing, you know what I mean? Ooh, look at this food. Yeah. Hey, you get that steak sauce for me, look. Hey, stranger danger. You know what I'm saying? I've been hiding for a minute, man. You know, really, reconciling myself, man. Reconciling my soul, I guess, if that's the right word to use. That's why I say I'm jumping on the jump, man. Letting y'all know, man. Come rock with me on the podcast. Yeah. So I'm gonna post it on my page, and I want y'all to rock with it now. Like I say, the content gonna be real. You know, I'm gonna still post ghetto poetry. You know, man, it's gonna be litty, man. It's gonna be real, you know. But hey, I hope everybody I hope everybody had a great Sunday, cause it's winding down. It's about 10 p.m. my time. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody probably gotta get up tomorrow and get back to your daily routine. You know what I'm saying? Punching the clock, making a living, like we all gotta do. You feel me? But real conversation, man. You know, whatever's ever on the spirit, whatever on the mind, man, feel free. Let's speak, let's talk, you know. Whether it's about relationships, spiritual enlightenment, whatever. Let's just build. I want to hear what's in the mind of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Throw something out there. You miss my music? I still post music from time to time. The latest song that I post, matter of fact, was called Selfishness. You know, and it's basically talking about male and female. The first verse was talking about a man being selfish in his relationship, and the second verse was talking about a female being selfish in her relationship. How you doing, Miss Macmillan? How you doing, sweetie? Hey, I love your posts, by the way, too. Like, you always post things to uplift the black man, you know, and just uplift men in general. I salute that, because a lot of times we get on Facebook and it's always bashing men, you know, and I salute you for being a remnant that uphold men, that the good men out here, you know. Somebody said Happy St. Patrick's Day. I don't celebrate that, man. No disrespect. If you do, that's, you know, to each his own, but I don't, you know. Because I understand a lot of these holidays that they gave us in this Western world is pagan. That's part of the real conversation. You know, and people will look at it like, oh, you being judgmental. You're judging people because of what they believe. And it's not me judging. I'm not judging. You know, if we are gonna follow under the guidelines of God, then we need to understand what God approves and what God disapproves. And that's just simple as that, man. It ain't a black or white thing. It's a reality thing, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, that's, you know, I love talking on conversations like that. I love to expound and build on conversations to where we can get some type of spiritual enlightenment from it, and we can take something from it, you know, because an idle mind is the devil's playground, and we got to understand that. I mean, I understand, like, I see on social media, you know, it's a lot of vanity. It's a lot of selfishness. It's a lot of covetousness. It's a lot of those things that's dealing with me. Look at me. You know, and paint myself in this light. And we got to get out of that spirit. That's a spirit. You know what I mean? Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up, Miss Nicole. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, it ain't no judgmental to nobody. You know, if that's what they want to celebrate, then that's fine. Miss Gina, how you doing, sweetie? All praises, blessings. You know what I'm saying? Blessings, man. Hey, y'all gonna have to excuse me. I cooked on the grill, so I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, whatever y'all want to talk about, man, I'm here. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Rather it be relationships. You know what I'm saying? Rather it be spiritual. Rather it be politics. Because I be in everything. I like to, you know, I thank the Most High that I'm well-rounded to be able to, you know, have a intelligent dialogue on speaking on every platform that's in the world, because I understand, and it's not I understand, it's the Most High revealing and giving me the understanding to understand what we up against. You know what I'm saying? Because what we as human beings, what we gotta understand first and foremost is that this battle that we battle is not a battle of flesh and blood. You know what I'm saying? It's a battle of principalities, man. You know what I'm saying? Powers and wicked places, dark forces. You know what I'm saying? You got good forces and you got dark forces. But we in the middle make the decision on what side we gonna choose. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to miss somebody said. Hey, that's real, Jay. That's real. You know what I'm saying? We all, like the scriptures say, man, two can't come together unless they agree. You know what I'm saying? And if we not agreeing, then we can't come. It's no way we can come together, because you believe one thing, I believe another thing. How can we come together? And the most worst thing a person can say is, well, let's just agree to disagree. Now you're just opting out to where you're not even trying to find resolve. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Hey, Gina, you're right. We gotta expand our minds, man. You know, we gotta expand our minds. We can't stay stuck. And see, this is what this Western world taught us. This is what America taught us. America has programmed us, man. You know what I'm saying? America has programmed us to follow their ideologies, their philosophies, and their psychologies. You know what I'm saying? They trained us to follow this. So now when you see somebody break free from that, it's like, oh, he's radical. Oh, he's judgmental. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's that. When he like, no, man, listen. You looking at a glass half filled. Let's look at the whole perspective. Because everything has an origin. You know what I'm saying? Everything in life has an origin, man. Racism has an origin, which nobody want to talk about. They just only speak on the effects of racism and not understand how did it come to pass. People that have sexual immoralities. People just speak on that person, but they don't speak on what caused it. See, everything has an origin. Everything has something to where it initiated, to where it happened. And in order to conquer any demon, in order to conquer any battle, in order to win any fight, you gotta understand what you're up against. And if you don't understand what you're up against, how can you win? It's like you throwing punches in the dark. You fighting your own shadow. How can you beat that? You get what I'm saying? But if you know the target, if you know the adversary, you know the enemy that's in front of you, then you got a better chance of defeating it. You feel what I'm saying? I hope I ain't coming on this junk sounding all preachy, because that's not my aim. My aim is to come on here and, like I say, real conversation. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, you know what I'm saying? Hey, and I appreciate everybody that, you know, rock with my point of views. And it's not even just my point of views, because I try not to let it be about me, because like the Bible say, that's what I lean on. We should not lean towards our own understanding. Because you know why? This is why we should never lean towards our own understanding. Because once you lean towards your own understanding, now you got an agenda. Now you got an alternative motive. Now you got a secret vendetta. And it's not to satisfy the world, because like we all each other neighbors, we all each other brothers and sisters, and we got to come into that mind frame. You know what I'm saying? Because what we battle is, like I said, it's a spiritual battle. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what it is. We all battle demons, man. You know what I'm saying? Some, and for celebrities, they get their demons put on Front Street. They demons get pushed on Front Street where the whole world can know and cast judgment. While us, we have battles and demons within that we gotta overcome and conquer. You know, and a lot of it be vanity. A lot of it be vanity, man. You know what I'm saying? And covetous, where we look at how another person living and we feel like we deserve that position. Or we look at it and say, I wanna be like that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being content. Somebody said, so I'm a patriot? Hey, you see it, man. Hey, man. I've been rocking with the Patriots for a minute, man. Hold on. Hey, show you this ain't no fluke. Hey, I had a guy at the gym. I had a guy at the gym come to me, man. I was going to the gym. He came up to me. He was like, we was talking sports or whatever. He was like, you a Patriots fan? You know, and I think he was from Boston. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot the brother's name, man. But I was like, yeah, man. So I got the naming off, like, you know, just showing him, like, yeah, man, I ain't just jumped on the wagon, bro. And he was like, I got something for you there. So, mind you, I'm thinking he finna come back and give me a Super Bowl ring. I don't know why I thought he was finna bring me a Super Bowl ring. Like, man, I thought he was finna bring me the most. But he gave me something. It was a blessing. He gave me one of the hats, the championship hats that we won. I think at Super Bowl. Can't remember what Super Bowl it was, but he gave it to me. You know, and I was like, man, that's what's up, bro. You know what I mean? But I thought for sure. I told my son, I was like, hey, man, I think dude finna give me a Super Bowl ring, man. Because he was just talking about how much money he had and everything. Like, out of the blue, we in there lifting weights, man. And he talked to me about it. Like, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. But, yeah, man. Then I had another guy come up to me. He was like, man, Saints fans. Hey, but see, I'm from the SIP, so a lot of my family Saints fans, you know what I mean? So I can't go against that. I can't go against the Saints. But I had somebody come up to me while I was working out. And a white guy, you know, and he was like, man, have anybody ever told you you look like Todd Gurley? I started laughing. What you say? Yeah, Jake. Hey, I mean, I got understood some of what you're saying. It says I understood some of what you were saying, man. But yeah, the dude asked me like, man, are you he was like, man, have anybody ever told you like Todd Gurley, the running back? And I was like, nah. No, I was like, man, it's crazy because one of the brothers, you know, that I fellowship with, it was like he told me first, so it kind of blew my mind. Hey, man, you know, good food you can still eat when it's cold. You feel what I'm saying? You can still eat cold. You eat good food, you can eat when it's cold. But yeah, man, I got in here and chefed up on the grill, did a little something, you know. But oh, this is what I want to talk about. I want to bring it out. Man, I don't want to hear that, bro. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, but y'all didn't. You didn't get past the Rams. Real talk. Miss Kelly actually said, how do you forgive someone who has done you wrong persistently? Do you forgive, forget, and move on? Or do you forgive and try to fight the battle together? Great question. And like I say, I ain't going to lean towards my own understanding. I'm going to go to what the Bible said. The Bible says we're supposed to forgive a person 77 times, 7 times. Meaning this. Now, the Bible specifically says, like, if you're in a relationship with somebody and they step outside the relationship, you got the right to lead them. Now, if it's somebody that you know is a friend that you trusted with something he stole from you, yeah, you got to forgive that person. But you can forgive him, but also keep him at a distance. You get what I'm saying? But if it's somebody that betrayed you on a level of they did some sexual immorality to where they went out and did some infidelities on you, then you got the right to leave that person alone. You can forgive them and say, hey, because you got to understand it's spirits that comes with lust. It's spirits that comes with this act. It's not a situation where a person is just out here meaninglessly just having sex and just, no. It's a spirit that's tied to it. And I don't want to provoke the spirit name by telling y'all the name of the spirit, but it's spirits that come with everything that we battle. And lust is one of them. That's one of Satan's high demons that he utilizes on this earth, is lust. The lust of the eyes, the lust of power, the lust of the flesh, the lust of insatiableness. You get what I'm saying? So that's a spirit that we all battle. So if you dealing with somebody that's have that spirit on them, and you tried your best to, you know, wait a storm with them, but it just couldn't work because that spirit just is intertwined with that person too deep, then you got to cut your ties with that person and wish them well from a distance, or they will bring you down. You get what I'm saying? That's just point blank, you know. But if you feel like it's a little glimmer of hope and you feel like this person got it in them to change, then hey, by all means stick by them, because you never know. You sticking by them and hanging on to them with that fight might change them. You know what I'm saying? It might change them to come to that light, to change and be the perfect man or woman for the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? So it all boils down to, like I always tell people, man, when it comes to, especially if we bringing that topic up on a relationship level. If it's on a relationship level, you have to pick your poison. You gotta go into a relationship understanding what you're willing to tolerate and what you're not willing to tolerate. And if you're not willing to tolerate blatant disrespect or a person that's just not gonna elevate and evolve, then cut that person off, because he'll be hindering or she'll be hindering your spiritual growth. You get what I'm saying? And that's just point blank period. Hey, what's that, sweetheart? What's going on, Shy? But yeah, man, so, you know, that was a great question. I hope I answered it correctly. You know what I'm saying? I hope I answered it, you know, to the best of my abilities, and not just to the best of my abilities, but using, you know, scripture to kind of give an understanding on a wider scale. Because that's what it's about, man. You know, we all battle demons. Like, that's why I tell you, I urge y'all to go check that song out called Selfishness, man. Because the first verse is talking about a man that claimed that he loved his girl, but if you love her, why is you sending her through all this unnecessary hurt? And then the second verse is for the female, because she thinks that because she haven't cheated and because she's being loyal to him in that sense, that she's entitled to all the good things that comes with being wifey, when you got your own flaws that you need to work out within yourself that you overlook. You get what I'm saying? So it cut both ways. It cut both ways. Hey John, what up, Johnny J? What's up, baby? I said John Frady, but then when I seen Bobby, I knew who that was. But that's what it boiled down to. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I urge everybody to check that song out. That's why I came on it like, you selfish mother. You keep on stressing, you love her, but won't compromise on your pride and making her suffer. Then the second verse go into the female. You know what I'm saying? Because you too are stubborn. You know, when I say thinking because you ain't cheated that you got a clean slate, but overlooking all your flaws each day. Like, we gotta internalize everything and start looking at it for real. We gotta start looking within ourselves. What is it that I'm lacking? You get what I'm saying? To not catapult me to that person, that person that I need to be in perfection, male or female. You know what I'm saying? For my significant other. Because if anybody sit here and tell you that it's okay to be single, they lying to you. They lying to you. If that was the case, then why did God make man and woman? We don't supposed to tread this life alone, man. We don't. But that don't mean be a fool for somebody for so long. You get what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense. I'm hoping it's done. You know, and I just love that beat, because that beat just rocking. Hey, all praises, sis. All praises, Miss Kelly. You know, like I say, we should never go lean towards our own understanding. And then I'm gonna say this too, sis, while you here. Whenever you dealing with an issue, always, don't ever react off emotion. That's a spirit. When you react off emotion, that's a spirit, because that emotion can make you say some things you don't mean, make you do some things you didn't mean to do, and now you can't take none of that back. You gotta live with it. So always seek counsel from the Most High. Always pray to God. Ask God, what should I do? What do you think is good for me? Come at him, and don't come at him when you pray. Prime example, anybody. When we pray to the Most High, we don't never come to the Most High angry with a jealous spirit. You always be in a calm, humble state when you pray. Always. Because if you don't do that, then your prayers won't get answered. It's getting overlooked. Miss Lola said, what? Yup, 25 years too long. Hold on, let me scroll down. 25 years too long. Forgive my selfish children, Father. It don't even hurt. Hey, all praise. See, and that's what it boils down to. You gotta love yourself. Because if you can't love yourself, then how can you love someone else? That's facts. That's why Christ say, love your neighbor like you love yourself. If I love you, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Whether it hurts your feelings or not, because I care that I want to show you, or I care that your soul means something. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna, because you're my friend, I'm gonna sugarcoat it and be like, yeah, bruh, you know, let's go to the club and go knock down 16 women when you got a wife at home that love you. I'm gonna be like, bro, you tripping. You got a good one, bruh. Now, if she a skis, I'm gonna tell you that too, bruh. Look, hey, man, she ain't no good. She don't even cook for you, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a solid one, nah, man. Who would I be telling you, come on, yeah, man, let's indulge in this when you got a good one? You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So, it all boils down to, like I say, you gotta love your neighbor like you love yourself. And see, that's what's the problem with religion. Because religion don't do that. Religion don't tell us this. Religion give us a false glimpse of what love is. Yeah, blacks been mistreated throughout 400, 500 years, but it's okay. I overlook that. But let's not forget about 9/11. Wait a minute, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, that don't make sense. And this is all under the banner of Christianity. And I'm not knocking a Christian. I'm knocking Christianity as a whole, because that religion has made a lot of people stagnant. For real. Because they ain't teaching true love. If they was really teaching true love, they'll be in that Bible telling the people who they really are in there. They'll be going in there breaking it down. Instead of pigeonholing certain scriptures, that's what they do. They run to certain scriptures that Paul got, certain scriptures that Christ used, and they create this doctrine. See, Miss Kells, I'ma tell you, a lot of times, hey, and that's real. I'ma tell you, you know, see, when a man get locked up, they in their most humble state, because now it's like this all they got. So they gonna say things. I'm a changed person. I promise. Give me another chance. I'ma make right all the wrong that I did. The Most High separated you from that person, because he probably knew like you ain't have enough strength while he was in the flesh, while he was there in your presence, for you to shake him. So he had to remove him. He had to remove him by locking him up, so you can get strength to remove yourself from that, because otherwise you would have stayed there. So that might be a sign for the Most High removing him all the way out the picture, to where now you got no other choice but to focus on you and reflect back. You get what I'm saying? So take that time and use that time wisely, for real. Don't let him come back into the fold, you know, and the Most High moves him out of the picture, because he knew that if I had to remove him out of your face, because if I didn't, you wouldn't have had enough strength. Not saying that you're not strong enough, but your love for him probably, or your desire for him was so strong that he could have said anything to keep you. So the Most High had to remove him all the way to where now you by yourself. Now really use this time to analyze. Do you really want that? Weigh it out, the good and the bad. And if the bad outweigh the good, then you know what you gotta do, sis. Don't sit there and stay stuck in a unhappy relationship. Religion is the route to all evil, brother. It is, because all religion, whether it's Islam, Buddha, Christianity, all of it leads to Satan, man. It's Satanism. It's Satanism at the hem. It's created by the Masonic order, man. Point blank, period. Now, when you read see, this is the problem. People equate this book right here. People equate this Bible to religion, when this Bible is not a religion. This Bible is law, statutes, and commandments. When you break the word Bible down, because it's an acronym, if you break what that means down, it means basic instructions before leaving earth. Because the Most High is giving you the instructions on what you need to do while you alive in this period of grace that he's giving us every day that we wake up to get right. Because when you die, ain't no more grace. Once you dead, that's it. That's it, man. Ain't no grace. So we gotta utilize the time that he's giving us every waking day to take advantage of it, to do his will. You know what I'm saying? See, we so selfish, man. Satan got us so selfish, and that's what it boiled down to. You know? So I hate when people say, man, this is how you interpret the Bible. This is your interpretation. No, brother. Read it for what it's saying. In order to understand the Bible, you gotta read it precept upon precept. Here a little bit, there a little bit. Line upon line, man. You gotta read it that way. Because the precepts give you the understanding on what God's words, his command. Because a precept is a command. That's what a precept is. That's why Paul said he would have never known what sin was had he not read the law. What the Bible stands for, Bible, when you break that word Bible down, it's an acronym. Bible stands for basic instructions before leaving earth. And the Most High gave us 10 commandments. Like I told you when we was conversating, when we die, we're going to be judged off 4 principles of the law: moral, civil, dietary, and ceremonial. Like right now, today is a pagan holiday, which is St. Patrick's Day. This is something that the Irish created. Nowhere in the Bible will you find this day. And the Irish people create that day, and people say you got to embrace this culture. Nah, man, because if you really study the origin of it, you will see the wickedness behind it. So, No, see, that's only Miss Julie. That's only people that's telling, the people that's saying the white man's the devil and all this old other crap, all this old other madness. Because you gotta understand, Hebrew Israelite is not a religion. An Israelite, all an Israelite is somebody from, and I will go on the scripture, but all an Israelite is a descendant from Jacob. Jacob had 12 children. And the Most High changed Jacob's name from Jacob to Israel, meaning prince. And Jacob had 12 children. And they became the children of Israel, which are Israelites. Hebrew is just the language that we spoke. So when you say Hebrew Israelites, and see, the media like to put it as black Hebrew Israelites and all that. No, it has nothing to do with a religion or a cult or none of that. It's heritage. That's all it is. So if you're mixed, say for instance your mom's black and your father's white, according to the Bible, your blood lineage will be from your father, because the father is the one that carries the seed, that puts the seed into the egg of the woman to create life, right? Even though you have some of your chromosomes of or DNA trace of your mother, your seed, your bloodline, the blood that's flowing through you will be from your father. You know, and at the end of the day, sis, it's not about hate. If anybody telling you to hate the white man, don't listen to them. They the devil. Because Christ said, love your enemies. Because vengeance is of the Most High. The reason why the children of slaves, the children of Israel, meaning blacks, Hispanics, Puerto Ricans, the reason why these people suffering throughout the four corners of the earth is because they didn't obey the Most High. They didn't. They chose to follow the ways of the heathen. They chose to not listen to the commandments of God. That's why they got punished. Because the Most High said in Amos, he said, look, I just read this to my cousin, so I'm going to read it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? The Most High said this. He said this to the children of Israel, the children of slaves. So then when you understand that, then you understand slavery, then you understand racism. You will understand everything once you understand this Bible. But he told the children of Israel this. Let me get it real quick. And it's crazy that we on that topic, because I was just talking to my cousin about this. You know, let me see. It's Amos chapter 3. Let me read this to y'all real quick. Right? It says this. Amos chapter 3, verse 1 and 2. Right? It says, hear this word which the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel. So now this is, Amos is saying, listen, this is what the Most High God has spoken against you, the children of slaves, the children of Israel. He's spoken this word again. That's like a father talking to his son. Prime example I can give. My son can be hanging with his friends. They all smoking cigarettes. He know not to smoke no cigarette. So if I pull up on him and he got a cigarette in his hand, am I going to whoop all those other kids that's around him? No, I'm going to whoop my son. Because you're my responsibility. Those other kids, I'm going to tell their parents. I'm going to tell their parents, like, hey, I caught your kids smoking cigarettes, but I ain't going to whoop them. My son going to get a whooping. He going to get punished because he's mine. That's right. So listen to what the Most High is saying about the children of Israel. He said, hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt. So all the 12 tribes that he brought up out of the land of Egypt. This is who he talking to. You only, verse 2. This is the key part, because then you can understand why these people are going through so much atrocities in the world. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Key word, all the families, meaning Esau, Ishmael, which Esau is the European race, Ishmael, the Arab race, Ammon, the Palestinians, the Moab, the Jordanians, Tyre, the Africans. He said, out of all the families of the earth, you Israel, you blacks, Puerto Ricans, Hispanics, Native Americans, Levites, Haitians, Dominicans, I gave you the understanding on Mount Sinai. I gave you the understanding to share to your friends. Meaning this. If my son see his friends smoking cigarettes, he's supposed to tell them, because he understand. His daddy told him that, no, you don't supposed to do that. He's supposed to tell his friends, nah, man, we don't supposed to be doing that. He don't supposed to pick up a cigarette and smoke with him. You get what I'm saying? Because he understand. His other friends, their parents might not didn't teach them that. So this is what the Most High saying when he said that. Out of all the families of the earth, I only known you. Therefore, that's why. Now that's the going into like a father discipline his child. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. So that's why we went into slavery. That's why we can't get ahead. So now slavery makes sense. Now we understand. Hey, what's up, cuzzo? What's up, family? So now we understand. You get what I'm saying? Hey, listen, Shotzi, and that's another problem, brother. When you hear black people talking about slavery, we're not trying to equate the past to the present. Okay, you said something that was profound. You said slavery is a thing of the past. It's white people from a different time period, right? We live side by side as one now, right? The color of your skin shouldn't define anyone. This is what you said out your own mouth. Okay, brother, I salute that. I will stand by you on that. It's the only way I stand by you on that. If you go into this book and you go out and you speak the truth, you bring truth to life. You tell these people who was discontinued from their heritage. You tell these people who was brought over here in the transatlantic slave trade and throughout that got conquered by the Spanish Inquisitions and all these different. You tell these people that they are the children of God according to this Bible. You do that, then I salute you. I salute you. Everything you saying is correct. But if you uphold anything of what your forefathers did, then you part of the problem, brother. You'll be part of the problem and not the solution. Because like you said, it is a thing of the past. You can make right of what your ancestors did, but you got to do that. And that's a prophecy. That's a prophecy containing the Gentile nations. Because when we read Hosea says that. It says, surely our fathers been inherited lies. Meaning, even the Gentiles gonna wake up and realize that what they founding fathers gave them, this America that they gave them, it was built off lies. And now they're gonna tell the truth. So if you're one of those brothers that's gonna speak the truth to power, I salute you, man. But if you're gonna be one of the brothers that try to say it doesn't matter, we all need to come that use that Christianity spell, then brother, I denounce that. And I can't rock with you on that because that's not true doctrine. That ain't true Christ doctrine, family. Real talk. So, the choice is yours. Because you right. You hit the nail on the head. You right, man. It is a thing of the past. Now you can make right of all the wrong that your ancestors did and you can clear the slate. You feel me? Hey, salute, man. Hey, salute. Like I say, real talk, real conversation, man. This is what we on tonight. You know what I'm saying? Food getting cold, but hey, you know what? I'd rather have food for the soul than food in my soul. You dig what I'm saying? Food for the soul carry you a long way. Because Christ said this, man. We can't live off just bread alone, but out of every word of the Most High, how we live. You feel me? That's why it's a beautiful thing about fasting. Fasting, when you fast and you going against your flesh, that's a commitment you making, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's power in that, man. But I ain't trying to turn this into a spiritual spin. But if this is where it leads, then I'm going to let the Most High take the wheel, and we build on this. Because I feel like a spiritual conversation is more important than an intellectual conversation. It's more important than a sport conversation, a relationship conversation. Because this conversation here helps benefit the spirit, man. It helps feed the soul. It helps answer these longing questions that we have. Julie asked a good question. She said, what do you say to black people that choose to stay down and blame it on the man? Shame on them. I say shame on them because now they're giving the man, quote unquote, more power than the Most High God, who placed them in this position. They ain't even looking at why they put in this position on a higher level. They just looking at it on a physical level. Because the Most High said, because of your disobedience, I'm going to send other nations. You're going to serve other nations. So that was the Most High doing. So if they can't look past just the physical paradigm of a person just on a fleshly level, then that's shame on them. They won't make it into the kingdom no way. Sis, we all, hey, that's real too, Lola. Like, we all go through it, sis. You ain't alone. You know what I'm saying? And the key thing of life, that's like you say, just keep praying for them. But you gotta let your light shine bright. You gotta, and it's a blessing. See, we gotta take, when we going through trials and tribulations, Paul said this, we gotta take all that in cheerfulness. Meaning this, if we going through something and we struggling, that mean the Most High God is leaning on us. He pressuring us. He putting that test up to see what we shake through and have a breakthrough. That's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? It's bad when you out here living wicked and nothing ever happens until you die. That's bad. That means that the Most High wasn't with you. You a bastard to him. He wasn't never your father. So if you going through something because of some things, now that's giving you time to look into yourself and realize, what am I doing wrong? What do I need to fix within myself? Because this is the whole concept of the Bible. Yes, the Bible is a great tool for the children of slaves to give us our identity back. But just knowing that we the children of the Most High, or the children of God, that ain't gonna get us into the kingdom of heaven. Don't let no black person fool you and tell you that because they from the seed of Abraham, they gonna make it to heaven. That's a lie. They ain't gonna make it if they not following Christ. If they ain't walking like Christ, they ain't gonna make it. This is just to give us our heritage back so now we can get understanding on why we going through what we going through and all the atrocities that we faced in life. Because that was our God trying to bring us back to him. So now with that understanding, we should cleave to the Bible more than any nation on this earth. Right? I'm trying to understand where you coming from, Shy, man. You know, and I get what you're saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? You say you see things very differently, and I get that. You said I see things very differently, and I get that. And I don't see them racist people from the past as my ancestors. Listen, I get it. If you want to, denounce yourself from them, all praises, brother. You know. But bloodline is bloodline, because you gotta understand, according to this Bible, prophecies is prophecies, man. And the beautiful thing is denouncing yourself from what the wickedness of your forefathers and coming back unto the God of Israel, coming back to him, man, and seeing what's pleasing to him. And it ain't the traditions that we learn in this Western world. None of it. None of it. You can't hold on to nothing, man. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be real with you. And a lot of people can't shake this. And this is the problem that Gentiles have, because they can't shake the traditions that the customs that they was brought up. Matter of fact, let me read something to you. You know, see, for children of slave, it's easy for us to denounce Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, Halloween, St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, whatever day. Because we like, man, they gave this to us in slavery. Man, I ain't empowering them. So it's easy for us to cut it off. You get what I'm saying? But it's hard for a Gentile, because it's like, man, this is a tradition that we know. You get what I'm saying? But you got to understand, in order to follow the God of all gods, you got to put it down, bro. You got to put it down. And you got to look at it from the light of how the Bible is giving it to you. Prime example. Let me show you what Paul. Because a lot of Gentiles like to run to Paul. Let me spit this to you. As soon as I find it. Bear with me. Because Paul said this. Paul said this. This is in Colossians, right? Chapter 2, verse 8. Paul said this. Beware. What beware means? That means to be aware. Pay attention. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy in vain deceit. Meaning this, philosophy, man, is when you always trying to interpret things on your interpretation. Man, this is my opinion. Paul said you got to beware of that, right? He said, beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. This is why I want you to pay attention to, brother. After the traditions of men. Christmas is a tradition of man. Easter is a tradition of man. Thanksgiving is a tradition of man. Halloween is a tradition of man. St. Patrick's Day is a tradition of man. Because you can look back and see the origin of when it began and who it was started under. That's why it says, beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of this world, meaning the traditions of this world, and not after Christ. Because if I can't look in this Bible, bro, and see Christ celebrating St. Patrick's Day, then I ain't celebrating it, bruh. Because it don't go in with the Bible. And the Bible goes against two key practices or traditions or customs that the Western world through Christianity uphold. And that's Christmas and Easter. The Bible goes against those two. It speaks on it. It speaks on it. Right? You say you can't even imagine how you blocking your blessings, Miss Lola. It's easy, sis. You gotta look, see, it's easy to look at somebody else and see where they falling off at and where they error at and where they doing wrong. It's hard to look within yourself. Are you being humble? Are you operating in the fruits of the Spirit? And let me show you, let me give you some understanding on what the fruits of the Spirit is. Here go, this is fruits of the Spirit, and you gotta understand this. Are you operating in charity, meaning love, meaning that you're willing to when you operating in love, you putting people before yourself. Faith, do you really believe what I'm speaking to you is not my own opinion, of my own philosophy? It's of the word. Do you believe that? That's faith. Comfort, do you have comfort in yourself knowing, or do you doubt yourself on certain things? Do you doubt yourself when it comes to relationships, your faith, your strength, your endurance? Do you doubt yourself? If you ain't operating, see, this is the guidelines on letting you know if you ain't in line, right? So, are you operating in humility? Are you operating in meekness? Do you have joy? Are you operating? Do you have a spirit of patience, peace, obedience? You get what I'm saying? And obedience is following God's law. That's point blank simple. How do you show the Most High that you love Him? By keeping His laws. And His laws is not grievous. And one of the people might just look at the simple 10 and not understand. Like I say, when we die, we gonna get judged on 4 principles of the law: moral, civil, dietary, and ceremonial. Are you trying to come back to the Most High God and understand His feast days? We celebrate Easter. We celebrate Christmas. Are we trying to understand and come back to the Most High holy days? Passover, first fruits, feast of dedications, feast of tabernacles. Are we trying to even understand the Most High ceremonies? See, this is what we got to understand. Forgiveness. Can you forgive somebody that transgress against you, that trespass against you? Can you forgive that person? So this is how you weigh why you blocking your blessings. If you're not operating in these spirits, because all these things is equated to the spirit, sis. It's nothing tangible to the flesh. This is spiritual. You gotta have something in your spirit to forgive somebody that after 400 years of oppressing you and not look at them in a certain way of hate. That's why a lot of our brothers that's in this truth now, they not operating in the spirit because they want to say the white man the devil. Oh, y'all gonna burn. In cases they speaking truth to power, but you can't say all. You know what I'm saying? That's a wide brush to stroke somebody in. To say all white people are the devil. You can't do that. We can't do that. Right? And it's more. Diligence, compassion, righteousness, long suffering, temperance. Can you control your temper? Prudence, courage, endurance, and health. Are you really health? Health deals with the dietary. Are you really watching what you put in your body? Health is wealth. Are you drinking sodas that got additives that they use from aborted baby fetuses? Like all this plays a part, sis. Like that's why I keep telling y'all, man. It's not a battle that we just battling with what we can see. This battle here, man, it's a spiritual battle. And these demons been here since the beginning of time, and they trying to take us to the pits of hell with them, man. So don't get caught up in. And that's why I say music is witchcraft. Real talk, it's witchcraft in the form. If it's not in the form of giving praise and honor to the Most High, then it's witchcraft. Even if it's on a level to where a person, you making a song to where that person can actually feel and relate that it's talking to them, it's not exalting God, the Most High. It's exalting your situation to get you to feel some type of emotion from it. That's witchcraft. Now, granted, it can be for a good empowerment to where that person might be speaking on something to empower you, uplift you, and that's good. But it's still witchcraft nonetheless. It's magic still. It's magic nonetheless. You know what I mean? Real conversation, man. This is what we doing tonight. Let me see. Hey, shalom, sis. All praise to the Most High. Right? Julie said what? And see, great. I gotta read what you said, Miss Julie. You said the hardest thing is allowing my fiance to be the head when he isn't spiritually ready to lead. I've been saved for 20 years. He's got baptized 3 years ago. How do I know more than him but still allow him to be the head of our home as man? What does it require? What that requires from you, sis, is, like I say, fruits of the spirit, humility. Because you got to understand this. Everybody is not going to wake up at the same time. You might know more than him. So now it's more imperative that you operate in these fruits of the spirit to let your light shine bright for him. You get what I'm saying? For him to be that virtuous woman, to submit to your man, even when he don't know how to. Honestly, if he's trying to follow the Most High, then that's a step in the right path, sis. And now you lead your household by showing him a virtuous woman, being submissive, wanting him to cracking open that Bible to get him to, even when you know more than him, get him to be like, hey, come on, baby, let's read some scripture and tell me what this means. Break this down. What you think this means? You get what I'm saying? It's like Christ made the disciples fishers of men. It's many ways you can throw that net out there to catch your bait. We just got to use discernment. We got to be in the right spirit. And that's okay, sis. And now I'm not judging. I'm not looking at you to look down on him because you are a little more mature in your walk. That's great. But I'm going to tell you like this. You said something that I wanted to speak on as well. You said that you've been saved for 20 years. Sis, none of us, Christ said this, he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. So none of us is saved, sis. None of us is saved. We got to endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Just because you got baptized, that's what you putting down your life and putting on a cross, putting Christ's cross on your back and to walk with him. That's the only thing when you got baptized, because for your remission of sin, you understood you was a sinner and you wanted to lay your life down and let your life in Christ shine. That's what being baptized means, being born again. Don't mean that I'm saved and I'm going to heaven. No, he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. All right, brother, speak to you soon, man. Hey, bless you, man. Oh, no problem, Miss Lola. Zion, what's up, brother? You right, sis. You right. Sis said everyone follow the false pagan traditions, holidays, I ain't gonna say it how you saying it, of man. The Western world include the people that goes to these churches and their pastors. Yeah, that's true. Because they all bought out by the Roman Catholic Church. They all bought out. They all bought out. Miss Barbara, how you doing? I hope so too. I hope that, what I'm saying through the spirit of the Most High is bringing light. It's bringing truth to power. Because I just wanted to get on a conversation. I was just speaking on a real topic. I didn't know it was going to go here. You know what I mean? So that was just the Most High doing. Yeah, it is. I mean, like I say, all forms of music, but in reggae, in some sense, they do be singing a Zion and things of that nature. So reggae, yeah, Benjamin. It's prophesied that Benjamin was gonna be howling and singing. It's prophesied that they was gonna do that. So that's good music. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, if it's not exalting the Most High, it's still witchcraft in a sense. I'm doing good, sis. I'm blessed, man. Got on the grill. Hey, y'all hold tight real quick. Let me get my charger for my. Hey, baby. I gotta get my charger for my laptop. It's about to die. Y'all hold tight. Hey, I love that beat, man. That beat rock. But hey, this beat sound good too. Hey, much love. Hey, and all praise be to the Most High with this. Like I say, it was a real conversation. I ain't know we was gonna drift off, into that spiritual line. But I love it. I love it. Oh yeah, we blessed. We doing good. We blessed, man. Taking it one day at a time. That's all we can do. All of us, one day at a time. Now, yeah, man. That's like I say though, at the end of the day, man, we just gotta understand what we up against. We gotta understand what we fighting, man. But hey, I see the questions just dwindling. Everybody must, and I understand why. I mean, it's almost 11 o'clock, man. So I understand. It was a great conversation, really. It was. I feel like this was a fruitful, enlightening time. To where I pray that questions got answered and truth is getting seeked out. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, man, time is short, man. Time is really, really short. And we got to utilize a little bit of time. It's like I was telling my cousin, man, and it's not to spook. No, when I tell y'all this, it's not to spook y'all. It's just to give you an understanding and clarity to understand on what time we in. Like, I'm not a preacher. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting here trying to preach and preach smooth words. I'm just a prophet that the Most High using in these last days of time to bring His truth to power and speak and wake up the people. And something in particular that I want to speak on that I know we all can relate to or we all can see in live time is this. Let me read it real quick. Revelations 18. I made a post about it, but I want to read it to you. I want to speak on it. Revelations 18 says this, right? Revelation 18, I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. And that's people gotta think about that. It says, this angel said with a great voice, Babylon the Great. See, that's the key I want to put the emphasis on. It says Babylon the Great. Now we in a situation in 2019 where we have a president where his whole campaign was ran off of let's make America great again. So in Revelations, this angel is talking about a great nation that is falling. And here we have a president talking about let's bring this nation back to its glory. So now we understand where we at according to prophecies in the Bible, right? And it says this, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils and hold of every foul spirit in a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Meaning, look at the morality of America, this Western world as a whole. It lost its morality, man. You know what I'm saying? It lost its morality. So when we read that, we understand like this is the place that this Bible is talking about. So then if we read the whole chapter of Revelations 18, we understand what happens to this place. And if we are here, what's going to happen to us being in this place? It's something to think about, man. Don't get lost in the sauce, you know what I'm saying? Don't get lost in the sauce. But like I said, hey, that's true. What my brother say? Say we had to understand that we must be patient in this truth, just as Christ is patient with us. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And like I always tell people, man, like the scriptures say, don't let your sins weigh you down, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when I say, I'm not just singling you out, I'm just speaking to the masses. Like, we can't let our sins weigh us down, because I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Charity outweighs, and fasting outweighs a number of sins. Because when you fast and you afflicting your spirit, you reconciling with yourself. You knowing that it's something there. It's something there that's trying to take you down. So you recognize that and you're trying to rectify it and fix it and change it. You know? And doing good. Because like I say, the idle mind is the devil's playground, man. You know what I'm saying? The idle mind is the devil's playground. We gotta know that. You know? But that's a true statement, Zion. True statement, bro. Yep, we never know. You know, we never know when, you know, we're gonna take our last breath. For real. Please understand, y'all, like, hey, yes, I'm sipping on me a Corona. I ain't overdoing, I ain't overindulging, I ain't drunk. I'm drinking in moderation, I'm sipping in moderation. I cook my food, so I'm okay. It becomes when we get into that drunken state where we let a spirit in. As long as you know how to drink in moderation and maintain yourself and keep your spirit, that's okay. You all right. You know? But if a person want to fast off drinking all the way in together, hey, I salute you. Because I don't, it's not a situation where I drink every day anyway. Chef Petit. Man, I really wish y'all can taste the food that I be cooking, man. Hey, what's up, sis? Courtney, what's happening, sis? All praise to the Most High. I'm gonna have to reach out to you again, man. Cause we be having Miss Black Rose, we be having some real good conversations, man. Like, all praise to the Most High for real. You know, we just gotta fight to the end. We got to. Cause you best believe these spirits ain't gonna stop. Because they know what they know they fake. They know what's gonna happen to them in the end. So they try to drag us down there with them. Yep. But hey, real conversation, man. Whatever, come on. Let's bring them questions out. Let's drop them. It's giving me life right here. Me and my cousin was just on the phone building. Hey, you know I send nothing but love and blessings your way too, sis. All praises to the Most High, man. All praises. I see you in good spirits too. That's a blessing. I love to see you in good spirits. You hear me? That's why I say we gonna have to. Hey, I'm here. Anytime you wanna reach out, talk to me, sis. I'm here. You got my number. You one of the few that got it. You know what I'm saying? So always feel free to reach out to me, hit me. Whether it's about a question, you just wanna build, conversate, I'm with it. You know what I mean? Because every time we have a conversation, it's fruitful. Cognac, Kool-Aid in moderation. Yeah, hey, don't overdo the Kool-Aid, man. I'm telling you, hey, especially don't let your kids overdo it, because guess what? They start overdoing it, they ain't gonna go to sleep. Man, I love that beat, so y'all gotta ride with me. Most likely, I'm gonna write something to it. The name of the beat is called Superman, but mine's gonna be on something deeper. Uh-oh, hold on, let me see. Hey, you right, sis. You right. You say you just trying to get your spirit right. And you know what? These demonic spirits attack the children of Jacob more than any family or nation on the earth. Because they know that we are the seed of promise. And that's not to knock any other nation. See, this would be the issue when it comes to that. People will think like Gentile nations will hear that and say, well, where do we fit into this kingdom? Or where do we fit, into this? It's like y'all just excluding us out of it and just putting yourselves. But look at how, let's look. Come on, rationalize, people. Let's look at what it really is in this modern kingdom. We at the bottom of the totem pole. Like the scriptures say, Jacob is the beginning. No, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of that follows. Right? So, the roles are just gonna switch. But the only thing with that is it ain't gonna be like we're gonna be taking people into captivity, taking their history away. No. We're gonna operate in complete righteousness. But we're gonna have dominion over the earth. Just like Esau got his chance to have dominion over the earth, he had his chance. Look at it. Esau had his chance. Look what he's doing to the earth. Look what they doing to the earth. They had their chance. And they destroying it. They destroying it. Splicing animals. The morality of the world is just gone to hell. Look what they doing to the earth, and they in a position to make a change. So The roles are just gonna switch. All praise, yes sir. Yes sir, brother. But yeah, man. Salute to y'all, man. Hey, y'all know the Passover is this Sabbath, man. Passover is this Sabbath coming up. Feast of unleavened bread. It follows right after the Passover. That's 7 days. See, a lot of people don't even understand this. They don't even understand the holy days, but they understand Easter, Christmas, you know. But the Feast of Unleavened Bread is a 7-day feast. 7-day feast where, you know, we eat unleavened bread. We move all leaven out of our household. Anything that has a rising agent in it, we move it out. And we know spiritually that means removing that leaven that's in us. Like Christ said when he was talking about the Pharisees. They was puffed up with the law and ready to judge people about the law, but they had flaws within themselves. So we gotta purge out that leaven that's in us and actually remove the leaven. Because when we left, when we made that exodus out of Egypt, bro, we moved in haste to where we didn't give our bread time to rise. So we had to eat unleavened bread. So that's when the Passover happened. And then that rolled into the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So that's just for people that just want to know, that might stumble across this video in later times and a lot of times and be like, oh, okay, now I understand. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this. Somebody get ready to get off and finish smashing this little food I got. You know, hey, y'all know it's nothing but love. You feel me? Y'all know it's nothing but love. Hey, hold it down. Stay strong, man. Stay strong. Stay fighting. No matter what you do, pray. Like, prayer is our only power that we really got against these demonic forces. You might not think your prayers are being answered. And if you feel like your prayers ain't being answered, then you need to do some self-evaluation and check within yourself and be like, all right, let me make sure, let me get myself right. You know what I'm saying? Let me get myself right. All right, sweetheart, night. You have a good night. Blessed night. Say a prayer for me, all right? We all need that, you know what I'm saying? So, we all gotta look within, man. That's where it starts. No, I won't be able to walk this walk with you. Your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your cousin, your friend, your loved one won't be able to. When you die, you taking that journey yourself. You was born alone, you're gonna die alone. You know? But you want to, guess what? You're never alone. You born alone, you're gonna die alone, but guess what? You're never alone, because your angel of the presence, your guardian angel, is right there. Every sundown, going to make a report to the Most High on how you conducted yourself in the 24 hours that he gave you. So in the time when we die and we need our angel, our helper to help us, you better pray that you did enough to where your helper, your guardian angel, is right there beside you. Right? Right? Hey, there you go. Hey, y'all stay blessed, man. I love y'all. Y'all know how I do. Hey, y'all have a good night, man. And hey, like I say, always feel free to hit me up anytime, alright? Anybody, you know, you stumble across this video, you watch it, you feel like you want to hit me up on something, feel free to hit me up. I'm a servant. I'm no higher than nobody. I'm not being judgmental, none of that. I'm just being a servant of the Most High, a servant to my fellow man, to my fellow sister, to my fellow brother. You know what I'm saying? To keep them and keep them in good spirits, and keep them in a good strength, and help endure this fight. So, with that, I'm going to say good night and a hearty shalom. That means peace. All right? Bless y'all.